Celtics dominate Magic in Game 5 to secure spot in NBA playoff semifinals. The Boston Celtics are officially advancing to the second round of the NBA playoffs after a stunning 120-89 victory over the Orlando Magic in Game 5 at TD Garden on Tuesday night. Boston was on the ropes at halftime, trailing by 2 points, but they erupted in the third quarter in a way that few teams in playoff history ever have. With an explosive 36-13 run, the Celtics flipped the script, dominating the Magic and sending a strong message. They're not just playoff contenders. They're a force to be reckoned with. The Celtics ended the game with a 31-point margin of victory, the largest ever by a team that trailed at halftime in NBA playoff history. This remarkable turnaround sets the stage for Boston's playoff journey as they now await their opponent in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Tatum shines. Brown strikes back. Leading the charge for Boston was Jayson Tatum, who finished with a blistering 35 points, 10 assists, and the 8 rebounds. His all-around performance was a masterclass in scoring, playmaking, and leadership. Jaylen Brown also stepped up, contributing 23 points, with 15 of those coming after halftime when the Celtics truly asserted their dominance. After securing the win, the Celtics now have time to rest and regroup before facing off against either the New York Knicks or the Detroit Pistons. The Knicks are up 3-2 in their series, but were stunned by Detroit's 106-103 victory in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden, sending the series to a critical Game 6 on Thursday night. A sluggish first half. If you blinked during the first half of this game, you might have missed the pulse of Boston's offense. The Celtics were sluggish, flat out unrecognizable, from the powerhouse team that dominated Orlando earlier in the series. They committed 9 turnovers and went into halftime shooting an abysmal 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. The Magic took full advantage of Boston's inefficiency, holding a 2-point lead as the teams headed to the locker room. It was a nightmarish start for the Celtics, and even the ever-reliable Al Horford's mid-range game couldn't save them. His timely long twos kept the Celtics in striking distance, but the fact that Boston failed to make a three-pointer in the first half was a stark contrast to the high-flying perimeter shooting team we know them to be. The Celtics' inability to make a single three in the first half was a rare occurrence. In fact, Boston became only the second team this season to fail to make a three before the break, joining the lowly Dallas Mavericks, who went scoreless from downtown in a similar fashion earlier this month. The last time the Celtics had such a first-half drought in the playoffs was back in 2012, during a Game 1 loss to the Atlanta Hawks. A third-quarter blitz for the ages. But if the first half was frustrating for Boston fans, the third quarter was a redemption story of historic proportions. Coming out of halftime, the Celtics flipped the switch in a way that had TD Garden buzzing. They outscored Orlando 36-13, a devastating quarter that broke the Magic's spirits and put the Celtics firmly in control. Boston's 22-4 run to close the third was jaw-dropping, and by the time the buzzer sounded, the Celtics had built a 24-point lead heading into the fourth. The Magic's hopes were dashed when star Paolo Banchero was forced to the bench after picking up his fifth foul at the 9:46 mark in the third. Orlando had been holding a slim 1-point lead at that point, but the Celtics seized the opportunity, going on a 39 run that effectively sealed the game. A key moment came with 3:39 left in the quarter when Tatum buried a three-pointer to give Boston a 68-60 advantage. From there, the floodgates had opened, and the Magic could do nothing to stop the Celtics' perimeter barrage. Boston hit 5 of their 8 three-point attempts in the third, including a buzzer-beating corner three from Horford that pushed the lead to 83-62. The Magic, meanwhile, missed an incredible 16 consecutive shots from the field during this stretch. Boston's third-quarter explosion was fueled by the sharp shooting of Tatum and Brown, who accounted for the bulk of the scoring. Tatum, in particular, was a revelation, hitting 4 of 5 from deep in the period. Meanwhile, Brown added 9 points in the quarter, igniting the crowd and giving the Celtics a commanding presence on both ends of the floor. Jayson Tatum's playoff brilliance continues. While the Celtics' team effort was dominant, the star of the night was undoubtedly Jayson Tatum. The all-star forward was sensational, connecting on 10 of his 16 shots from the field, including 4 of 5 from three-point range. But it wasn't just his shooting that stood out. Tatum also went a perfect 11 for 11 from the free throw line, showing the kind of efficiency and poise that has become his trademark. With 3 consecutive 35-plus point games, Tatum has made a statement that he is ready